Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to be doing some updates to my LEGO Ninjago City. However, first let's talk about FlexiSpot. What's FlexiSpot? They're the ones who make this desk. This is the FlexiSpot E6 standing desk. I use it all the time for my LEGO hobby and I can easily roll it around in my room as it's sitting on casters. Love this maple tabletop finish, and aside from aesthetics, it has functionality, so let me demonstrate. Use the buttons over here to raise or lower the desk to your desired height. You can do very small incremental adjustments to get it exactly where you want it. And when you're happy with the height setting, use one of the 4 preset memory buttons to save that height. I've got my standing and sitting heights already saved. The steel-framed legs each have a motor that, when working together, can support loads of up to 325 pounds. So let's try it out. I was actually able to adjust the height of the table exactly where I needed it to slide my whole Ninjago City layout onto it. That literally only took me 2 minutes to move this 100+ pound LEGO layout onto this desk. And now, while I'm raising it up, demonstrating its power, let me talk to you about FlexiSpot. FlexiSpot is US based and is leading the kinetic furniture movement across the world. They stand behind this product by providing a 15-year warranty on the frame and motor and a 2-year warranty on the electronics. The casters are optional, as it's also supplied with a static option for the feet. It also comes with fasteners, a cable manager, and cable managing Velcro tape so that you can neatly conceal all of the cables. What I've got is the white frame with maple desktop, which measures approximately 55 inches by 27.5. There's many other sizes to choose from, as well as different colors and finishes. You can buy the E6 standing desk from Amazon and explore this product more with the link provided in the description of this video. This update is primarily going to focus on the development of this half base plate worth of space. I know it's not a lot of space, but I have some pretty ambitious ideas, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But first, my new modded light rail car. I'm really loving the looks of this flame yellowish orange modded streetcar. 2 cars in length. Last update I put up the red streetcar, and it's a bit long with the 3 cars. And I've been wanting to recolor it, have a different color for Ninjago City. But I took the suggestion of one of the viewers of that last update video of making it smaller because it makes sense. I've only got 2 platforms for passengers to board and unboard the streetcar. Here's how that train stop looks from the front of City Markets. Moving around gardens here, around the Temple of Air Jitsu. Yeah, I think it provides a nice look to the city. I think it was super successful. I like all of this open area right here for water and boats passing through, but it's time to build some building structure. Here's what I'm thinking. I want the water passage to flow through to the other side, because maybe later on down the road I'll have my city expanded past this way to the left. And right now, the way City and Docks is sitting, there's no water passage. It's all blocked. I've got water passage going this way, though I haven't completed it yet, underneath the Temple of Air Jitsu, out this way, so potentially the waterways can be expanded in any direction, except for this way. So I wanted to have a continuous flow. So I'm thinking of creating a tunnel below the building structure that's going to go here. And over top of that tunnel will be a restaurant with some outdoor seating with spectacular views of Ninjago City. And I'm thinking for that restaurant, I can use this family reunion celebration set. Got this on sale because it's retiring soon. Thought that was a great time to pick it up from LEGO. And I like all of the design going on with it. So that's probably what I'll use for the restaurant. And then up above the restaurant will be a hotel. There's a lot of restaurants and hangouts currently in Ninjago City, so I'm going to have to make this unique. so that visitors come to this one. I'm planning on making it pretty elegant. So now that we got the light rail system bringing visitors to Ninjago City, we're going to have this outdoor seating area, spectacular views, and a hotel for visitors to stay at. Every place in Ninjago City has its story. It was all built from ground up. The city is so dense, there was no room to expand laterally, so they had to go vertically as things modernized. And that's the same story I'm going with over here. Yes, it looks pretty ugly right now, because that's the way it started out. Started out as a shipping container placed on top of these wooden posts, and that was where somebody called home. And they lived there in that shipping container until they had more money. Then they built a second level that was a little bit more luxurious. And then as time went on, they slowly improved their house and then built rooms up above it, which will now be the modern hotel. And they rented it out to make more money. And then eventually they converted their home, their two-story home, into a restaurant that it is today. And that restaurant name is Destiny's Bounty. Yes, the same Destiny's Bounty. So I figured, well, if I can't fit this big ship into the layout, I might as well take some storytelling and some parts from it and incorporate it into this restaurant slash hotel. And for the first order of business, I'm going to take some of these off and place it over here. So I was planning on running some vegetation up, climbing up the walls, but I could still do that up here and put these down here. Oh, by the way, yeah, it looks like some wood chippings going on. Well, in reality, it's brittle brown. I'm going to leave it like that, by the way. Goes along with the storytelling. Nowadays, this cargo container has an abundance of windows to allow sunlight through and to make the place feel more welcome. And I've got the staircase figured out. So from the stone path from docks, you'll go up this iron stairs, and I've got it integrated into the cargo container. So now that I've got all of that in place, I don't think I'm going to need to put any more supports on the ground. So let me go ahead and polish up down here. And by polish up, I mean add tremendous detail. As you can tell, a lot of flowers have been added. Did I go overboard? Maybe. Especially on this side. I just wanted to liven things up. It looked a little bit boring with a rectangular black box. So we've got more color added, more organic shaping. So these flowers have been spreading for years. Spreads all the way across these windows. And some flowers are actually growing inward. The flowers continue on to this side where the staircase is. Also did a lot of stonework down below. Where this black plate is, that's where this menu is going to go. And this little screen for the host or hostess to take your reservations. Yeah, I know it's a bit of a tight squeeze to get up into the restaurant, but it's manageable. And that's just how I like my Ninjago City, having tight corners, being compact and condensed. And actually getting around to this walkway, it's just a dead end down here, so normal visitors or citizens wouldn't go down here. However, when workers go down here to take a break, they just hang on to that wood post and kind of swing around. So that's how they get down here. There's just a trash can, but maybe I'll add some scenes down here later on. Here's a look at the water through the tunnel, though I do need some 1x1 trans blue tiles to finish the water job. I just finished building the family reunion celebration set, and wow, it's quite amazing. I love it. It's got 13 minifigures. It's kind of an unlucky number, but love the building so much that I really don't want to take it apart. So I've got some ideas and a little bit of change of plans. Also, I didn't add all of the stickers because I wasn't quite sure of how I was going to incorporate this into my Ninjago City. Just simply plopping the Chinese restaurant on top of what I built doesn't look bad. It actually is kind of fitting in with things, you know, all the way down to the textured sidewalk. So I think this is going to be more easy to work with than I imagined. Of course, when you come to this side, it's open backed, but actually my staircase kind of lines up with that first floor of the restaurant. And there's already a staircase inside for the second floor. So modifications for it to fit into this layout might be easier than I anticipated. Yeah, I think this is gonna work out pretty well with a little bit of modification. I'm gonna change my hotel plans because I've got this 2-story restaurant with a rooftop seating area. So instead of building a hotel on top, because I'm already good with this height, it's getting pretty tall for its thin support legs. What I'll do instead, you know, this is where the owners lived. Well, they converted it to an Airbnb so that visitors can rent out their living space. And I spent the last 2 hours designing this rental space. This is the partition for the bathroom. The bathroom will be very compact. I've got blinds covering these windows over here. Each blind is spaced apart by 2 plates. Over here, though, I was running low on the 1x1 dark tan plates, so I just had the blind scrunched up like it's been pulled so it doesn't go all the way to the floor. I think that looks good. Now, as for the furniture, well, got it over here. I spent way too much time on the kitchenette, I guess, and this microwave with the sideways building techniques. I've got a kitchen sink with some soap, and okay, this is what I'm most proud of, this bed. Wait until I get it inside and I'll show you this picture. All right, now it's time for a little bit of show and tell. I've got the completed bathroom. I packed in as much detail as I could into that compact space. We'll put the walls back into place there. I've got, as soon as you enter the door here, you've got this umbrella holder. Also on the other wall where I've got those studs, I'm gonna add this table, which is actually a crate, just to remind you that you are in Ninjago City, close to the docks. Got this little table lamp as well. So let me just go ahead and put that in there, attach it to the studs. Next to that table, I've got the dining table with a couple of chairs that swivel around. On that table is a flower bouquet that's in this cotton candy-like vase. Here's the kitchen again. There's no stovetop because you're encouraged to go upstairs and eat at the restaurant, though I did put a refrigerator down there. We've got the microwave to reheat food. The sink with the soap, the sponge, and a little plant. And now my favorite part is the bed. Yeah, you can attach figures because I left a couple of studs on the bed sheets. But now, if you want extra space in this place, just fold it up like that. Because I'm using these corrugated panel pieces, there's actually a bit of extra space inside, whereas if you're just using regular bricks, you don't have that extra space. So it allows for this pillow to fit up into that space. Now that the interior of the living space is complete, I'm going to move up to the next level, which is the first floor of the restaurant of Destiny's Bounty. And I like how it's sitting right now. I added an extra section here that attaches to docks with pins. I'm going to make that a little bit of extra working space for the kitchen. I'll put a wall here to kind of close it off a little bit. I'm also going to shave off a few studs of the sidewalk over here. I don't want it hanging off over there too much, but I'm okay with it hanging off, squeaky floor, hanging off over here and over here, because just look around Ninjago City, you'll see larger buildings stacked on smaller ones, just overhanging them. So I think that goes along with the vibe. At the top of the stairs, I put in this curved plate with the curved railing. I think that looks good. I'll probably curve off this sidewalk like it is over here because I like that look. though I'll add some more curved railings around the edges. So I'm gonna keep the sidewalk, but just kind of move things off of this last stud worth of area and put railing in. The first floor of the Destiny's Bounty restaurant is now complete. I've got railing stretching across the whole entire sidewalk, curved off this side, closed in the back end here, added the double doors that are similar to what you see up here. The Destiny's Bounty sign above the entrance doors. Put this back in here. The kitchen won't be exactly closed off, but it'll look a little more complete once I put it back into place. Here's a little bit of that expansion to the kitchen of that little module that's pinned to the docks. Also looks a lot better with the 3 studs shaved off on this side. I didn't change too much to the interior because it already looked good. Other than the picture on the wall, I swapped it out with a red straw hat. The second floor and the rooftop of the restaurant look perfect from this angle. Really, there's no work that needs to be done. This side does need a little bit of work to close it off. I did add a dragon's head, one of those dragon heads from Destiny's Bounty, and I clipped it on near the entrance of the restaurant, and I think that looks good. This second floor of the restaurant is for a big party. Well, party of 6 anyway. And there's no stairs to get up to the rooftop yet, so I'll probably create another outdoor staircase, kind of like this. Close up some of the interior with walls, and then expand the seating area on the roof. Also, what I've been meaning to do is extend the shingles on this docks building on all 4 sides. Right now it's just on 3 sides. There we go, that looks better. Honestly, it's kind of convenient that Market sits lower than City and Gardens, so I can just come in here with my camera and get a nice shot of my project. Just have to clear this antenna. The second floor of the restaurant is all boxed up. Did manage to add some windows. When you come through that dark red door, you go up the staircase and it's lined by white railing and these blue flowers, similar to what I did on the first floor of the restaurant. And now to cap off the project, all I need to do is finish the rooftop. I've already started work on it. I added these 4 lamps. They were from Destiny's Bounty. This pole and string of decorations was on ground level of the original set, and I just had to add some golden frogs and leaves to continue with the golden frog and leaf design. Now, there's going to be more than just one large table with 2 seats. I plan on having seating all the way around, and then the seats just kind of facing outward. I think it's funny that the tassels of the lanterns move around when I shake the table. Kind of resembles wind blowing in the city. This mod will still be modular, so I'll be able to remove each floor one at a time. So that was very important to me, and I'm going to keep that original function. The roof is now overflowing with customers as the waiter brings up 2 bowls of noodles. This flower arrangement I brought up from ground level. I thought this was a perfect spot for it. The heat lamp still fits up here, as well as seating for 9. Originally, there was 1 table with seating for 2. Well, I expanded upon that. The girl sitting closest to the heat lamp with the Fabuland shirt, she's a bit cold, so she ordered some warm soup. And I made this phone stand. I thought that worked out pretty well with just a couple of pieces. She's watching a favorite movie as she dines up here. This lady's taking a selfie with this guy in the golden dragon costume. She's got her meal ready. There's a couple right here. They've got drinks and dumplings. This guy just shoved a big dumpling into his mouth. And then this older couple, they're just drinking tea up on this roof as the waitress serves them. We're 20 minutes into this video, and it's 2 a.m. local time here, so time to put on some final touches. This is the steering wheel from Destiny's Bounty, and I'm just going to wedge it into this panel piece. Just like that. Now I'm going to add these flags from the Destiny's Bounty. I think I fulfilled the task of making this a unique restaurant in Ninjago City. This flower box came from the roof. I thought that was a good place for it there. And as promised, I made a scene down below. There's a family of cats gathering around a fish that they caught. I'm now going to get this expansion pinned into place. What's satisfying is that I can lift this whole expansion up by the tunnel. Here's what that looks like separated from the city. And here's what Destiny's Bounty looks like currently. I've got the pins added at the base, and now I'm ready to put it in place. This expansion was truly exhausting. I had a spur-of-the-moment idea and went with it. From start to finish, finished it in less than a week, took several late nights working on it until it was complete. But looking at it now, I don't regret any of my time spent on it. It turned out better than I imagined, thanks in part to a great Lego set that inspired me to push my abilities further. I hope you enjoyed the little bit of storytelling that I did. I like to see Lego builds from the perspective of minifigures and to let my imagination run free. I've been considering adding the Chinese restaurant into my Ninjago City layout for some time now, and I just wasn't quite convinced that it was going to blend into my layout. It was a Chinese New Year set and didn't want it to look out of place. Well, that's why I incorporated some details from Destiny's Bounty, because I thought that would help mesh this restaurant into the layout. Hope you enjoyed this update. Feel free to leave feedback, as I enjoy reading comments and consider the suggestions of viewers. There's always room for improvement and additional creativity. That does it for now. Thanks for watching.